Brian McKnight was in the news, who happened to go on a crazy rant, apparently after winning a close to $9 million lawsuit.
It's been a long journey getting to this day, October 16th, 2025, but we are here in the English countryside, about an hour and a half outside of London, and the verdict is in. We've been quiet, listening to liars continue to lie and keeping to ourselves, living and loving our life, as we said, leaving everything in God's hands and letting our lawyer do the talking. But according to the courts, trying to ruin my name and trying to bring harm to my family in a book filled with lies equals $8.8 million. And this is just the beginning, because anyone and everyone that helped promote these lies will hear from my lawyer in the days to come. No weapon formed against us shall prosper. That from my voicemail is the voice of a liar.
Do not text Niko again. Do not call Niko again. Leilani, if you are also checking these messages, that goes for you as well. I am very serious about this. I am very serious about this. Do not text him, period.
I know 8.8.
He's suing all of them. Everybody.
Yeah, I know that, but
collective.
I got you, but he's suing her, but because she said it, but we know she don't have the money, so it's the people who's putting her on their platform. He's actually suing them together. So he basically saying, if you put her up here and she keep talking about it, you gonna have to pay this bread.
Brian McKnight, are you okay? It seems that Brian McKnight is prematurely celebrating a default judgment, an 8.8 default judgment against his ex-wife, Julie McKnight. So Brian McKnight posted this very creepy video celebrating an $8.8 million judgment that has not been granted yet. TMZ got their hands on the court docs, and they're confirming that there is no default judgment yet. Brian McKnight has asked the court for a default judgment in this defamation lawsuit against Julie McKnight, his ex-wife, where in her new book, Mama Bear, she alleges that he abused her.
So, yeah, this is due to a $9 million lawsuit Brian McKnight won against his ex-wife, Julie McKnight.
This is in regards to the book she wrote, telling a lot of Brian McKnight's personal business, just really putting everything out there. Now, the book is called Mama Bear, Beautifully Blended. Now, he's going on and on about how liars gonna lie, how this is just the beginning because he's coming after everyone who supported her.
And apparently, I guess this happened, it was like a default judgment. He sued her for, I guess, defamation of some sort, because all the details haven't came out yet. But apparently maybe she didn't show up, so he gets a default judgment, and I guess that's what he was celebrating.
So Julie McKnight, the ex-wife, wrote a book in 2024 titled Mama Bear, Beautifully Blended, where she accused Brian McKnight of emotional abuse and neglect. He responded by saying, it was all a hoax and a way of drumming up positive publicity for her book. Okay. She didn't appear in court, as well as she didn't send any sort of representative or representation on her behalf to solidify the court's requirements of a response from her. So he thinks that, I automatically won the case because she never responded, right?
Brian McKnight has been known as a villain these past couple of years, namely between the issues he was having with his kids. He has been in the news for calling his children evil and the product of sin.
Brian McKnight said he doesn't claim his estranged biological kids because they are the product of sin. During a recent case session, the Back at One singer responded to a fan who defended his decision to no longer claim his 4 oldest biological children, Brian Jr., Niko, Brianna, and Clyde, because some relatives can be pure evil.
So lastly this week, I want to big up my man right here. See, he gets it. In order to live a life that you love, you have to get rid of the evil and the negativity, even if that evil and negativity is related. We want everyone to live a life that you love. Our hashtag, that's what it means. Hashtag I love our life. But in order to do that, you have to get rid of all that evil and negativity. There's so many angry and upset and negative people out there. We want to use our platform as a place of positivity.
And he was celebrating the victory of his lawsuit with that video right there. And he's been blasted.
I've tried, man. I've tried really, really hard to not touch on shit, to let it go, to be the bigger person, to be mature, to be something. But the shit going on with my dad right now, man. The things that we're seeing him go through right now. To decide to make certain posts on my late brother's birthday. Say what you want, dog. But the gloves are off for me, just to keep it real.
So his son's birthday was on that day. The son that passed from cancer, his birthday was on the day of October 16th, the day Brian McKnight decided to drop this video. So a lot of people have been taking that to heart. And they haven't really exposed everything, but as you see in the video, that was a voicemail message from Julie McKnight, demanding him to not text Niko, his son, the one that passed away again. And his son, Brian Jr., blasted his father in his own Instagram post.
So it looks like Brian McKnight won a lawsuit against his ex-wife. And he took to social media to let us know. And his son, Brian McKnight Jr., had a few choice words for him about the timing of when he decided to post. All are not aware, Brian McKnight's younger son from his first marriage, Niko McKnight, lost his battle to cancer last year. Well, Brian McKnight Jr. says that this is Niko's first heavenly birthday, and Brian McKnight chose to post this on his late son's birthday.
So let me get this straight. So you saying he texted his son that passed away his phone, so his wife has the phone, so she sees him texting the phone and it's triggering her, so she's going off on him. That's some weird ass shit.
I don't know when this voicemail was from. I'm presuming it's when his son was still alive, and I guess he was texting his son, I guess, maybe in the hospital. I'm just presuming this.
Because I'm like, it don't make sense if he's been
passed away
for over a year. Why would you come out of now? Only thing I can draw from that is the phone is still active. She still has the phone, and he's texting the phone.
No, because she would have said stop texting Niko's phone. She said stop texting Niko, which meant, that's why I presumed that this was an old voicemail when his son was still alive.
Okay.
That's what I'm doing. Okay. There's no date stamp on the voicemail.
Gotcha.
So yeah, I'm just assuming it was probably when he was in the hospital and Brian McKnight tried to reach out to him. So I don't know what he's trying to prove. Like, all the details haven't been released. It's just his video and us kind of piecing together clues as people who watch the video. So I'm curious to see how this video is going to play out. Of course, Brian McKnight is public enemy number one. I don't think he's going to get $8.8 million. I don't even think his ex-wife has that type of money. Not saying I know what she does or what her pockets are, but I would assume she doesn't have that type of money to be giving her ex-husband. So yeah, it looks like the beat is reignited after the death of Brian McKnight's son, when you think all this shit would be put to rest and people would move on, but unfortunately they're not. They're still carrying on, and beef never dies. So I'm gonna see how this plays. I definitely don't think Brian McKnight is getting that money.